let's get to some of the questions before we dig too deep. I wanted to get into composition, but that's a big subject. So, um, let's see. So we have a few questions here. They're saying one person was asking, how important is it in arcing the right hand when playing?
Interesting. Well, so I think you're talking about putting what I would call relief. No, that's the wrong. Relief in your wrist this way. One thing that I have students do a lot, it's the wiggle test. So if you put your fingers up like this, oh, my banjo's making so much sound right now. Put your fingers up and wiggle your fingers like this when your wrists are neutral. Okay, now bend them back like this. Wiggle your fingers. It feels terrible, right? Now open your wrists up this way and wiggle. Feels the best. That's because your tendons move through sheaths in your wrist. When you go like this, you open them up. When you go like this, you restrict them. So one of the first things that I do with students a lot of the time is just work on right hand technique and work on tone production, timing, all of those things. But a lot of the time, so many banjo players want to depress their wrist into the banjo this way, right? So you can see that my wrist is collapsed here into the banjo. And it changes the geometry of how your fingers are capable of moving through the strings.